Dawnforged company are,
Band
awesome
of intrepid
heroes. We're
adventurers.
like, they went to the place. No, they found. They want to go. We want to go to this place where all the dwarves are. I talked to the guy who's been part of our big quest. There's four apostles we gotta talk to. We gotta go talk to one of them. They say you can't come in the city unless you work for us. So we wandered off into this mine as instructed. Where we immediately ran into not one but two Bahir.
Got him too.
Uh, I believe Viceroy was knocked out for a minute, and Faf almost died. Like
While you were unconscious.
pretty much almost died in one hit, like unrevivable dead. But luck would have it, and our other heroes intervened to take damage from the tiny little dragon.
Specifically Uza. Dove in front of
Uza
him.
specifically dove in front and took some damage from him. The Bahir was defeated through handy use of an axe applied to its neck, and our party has decided to regroup for the evening so that they can attack the mine or whatever comes, full rested with spells intact.
And while you were sleeping, the first watch was taken by Uza and I believe someone else too.
No, it's just me.
No, just you? Okay. And nothing happened during Uza's initial watch. And then after his watch, he went and awoke Bloodscale for his turn at the watch. And Bloodscale had started concentrating on his super sweet, totally kick-ass axe. I'm going to close that door because that is super fucking annoying.
Also, we don't have music.
There's no music to be playing yet.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't just not hearing something.
That is totally fair. Here, I'll go. So,
I get it. I got it. I got you.
that's not the one.
I got you.
Did you get it?
Yeah, no. As soon as I closed the door, Mina pushed it open. Like, what's going on in here? And
Hang on.
yeah. All right. So and as Bloodscale had sat for his watch, as he quietly sat and listened to the night, he started to concentrate onto his axe and his connection with whatever is going on with his sudden change in elemental prowess. And he heard a deep, kind of booming voice. Yes. Finally, we have found the focus. It's a really hard voice to do, never mind. We have finally found the focus. And then he had asked the question, knowing that there were different types of dragons in his head and different voices. What was the name of the silver? And then that's where we ended our session. And so we pick up at that exact same point. The night still full of hard to dim birds and things in the background.
That's still fucking bullshit.
And with that you hear, the silver's name is Orn. I, the blue, am Ulhar.
Ulhar?
Ulhar.
And Orn?
Orn. So Ulhar is Ulhar, and you know this because kind of deep in your subconscious, the spelling is almost burned across your mind as he says Ulhar. And then Orn almost is visible in front of you as Orn, as you're concentrating on this with your eyes closed. These almost messages of magical meaning kind of appear before your closed eyes, and you see them spelled out before you. Ulhar is spelled out in pure blue, this kind of dark blue that shifts into a lighter one as lightning dances across the letters, and the silver of Orn appears, and it is larger, and ice and frost seem to dance across the silver letters of Orn.
I take it that's written in Draconic in my brain.
Yes, written in Draconic.
Well, it'd be weird if it wasn't.
It would be weird if it wasn't.
So, there's I'm gonna take a leap here. There's probably one for each and every color in there.
You are very observant.
That's the first time anybody told me that. Got any other hot names for me?
I'm allowed only to answer questions in this state.
Okay, then what's the name of the bronze?
The bronze. Augir. Aujir appear in front of you in Draconic. And the bronze, it appears in that kind of bronze lettering, and slight fire whips up from each side.
How much longer do I have of this?
Our time is limited. Ask me quickly.
Name of black, name of red, name of silver, name of white.
Black is Vutha. Vutha. What was the next one you said?
Red.
Red is Cha. And the connection is broken. Make
Yeah, okay, cool.
Chet.
make a perception check. It's definitely Chet.
Saw.
15.
15. You hear a slight moaning coming from the mine. You hear it as a combination, almost of weeping and moaning at the same time.
That's why I wanted to set camp on the other side of the wall.
And with that, you see from the bottom half this
Eldritch Blast!
horrible. Okay, well, we'll get that in just a second. This horrible looking kind of homunculus. It is mostly human shaped, but with this long neck that ends in a head, weeping black tears. The legs, instead of ending in feet, end in these spikes, and one of its arms ends in an also long spike, and the other one you see is dragging behind it, also a spike, but on the end of it is harpooned. What you can see is a dwarven head as it wanders in and is crying.
I'm
and
still shooting that
moaning.
motherfucker.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
All right, so we'll go and get everything in its place here because things are coming out of every angle. And we will go ahead and have
Wait, hold on. The things are coming out
of
at the
each
same
opening
exact time?
at the same exact time. All of them have been drawn to you.
Is this the middle of the night still?
Yep.
Yeah.
You are all
Okay,
sleeping.
I'm dead.
You're gonna get a rage roar in a hot second. Do not worry, baby. Kick scrap.
How long have
All
we
right.
been asleep?
You have been
Not
asleep
enough.
for six hours at this point. Everybody except for Uza, who's only been asleep for 4.
God damn it.
So what does the 6-hour sleep mean for
You have-
spell
so-
restoration or whatever?
You have everybody has a long rest except for Uza, who has experienced a short rest.
Okay.
Oh, could I have spent hit dice then?
Yes.
Do it.
All right.
Get healed, boo.
And go ahead and roll your attack on the for your Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
I'm gonna muddle up the chat. here.
Shabaya.
Perfect. Okay, so let's take a look here. Hit dice, perfect. And the Eldritch Blast was a 16 to hit. And against...
Yeah.
That just hits. Go and roll damage.
Oh,
Take that. Hit's a hit. It's a hit. Is a hit. Is it?
So 4 force damage.
4.
Perfect. Hold on one second.
Not a high powered, but I can shoot it from the face.
It is quite useful. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and have everyone roll initiative.
I'm still asleep. Oh.
11 or 20. I'm taking that 20.
Were we woken up by said
Advantage.
blast?
I'm just hitting this
initiative.
again so I get in the turn order, but I had 13.
Sure,
originally.
everybody.
Oh crap! I forgot to select my token.
It's okay. Everybody.
I
do-
like that it tells you now.
It actually
Yeah.
wiped the order because
So that
I wiped the order because I had to.
that 21 is Mesnos.
Mesnos, okay. Don't for initiative. Don't worry about the ancillary characters. I'll roll for them. What was your initiative for you?
Are we
me?
back to full
Yeah.
health or no?
8.
8. Yes, everybody except for Uza, who used
I
his
spent
hit dice. I think he's back to.
I'm
I'm still in
at full
control
health
of
now.
Una, right?
Yep. Una Watale will be yours for
So
tonight.
Mesnos is full health as well.
So So you got a 20, and then Unawatale will get 16.
Oh, I was actually gonna roll that, but that's fine.
Perfect. All right. So with that, Mesnos is going to
Is asleep.
is asleep,
I haven't woken people up yet.
and unfortunately,
Does an Eldritch Blast make noise?
it does, but he is in a soundproof tent, sleeping comfortably. So there's nothing that potentially could cause him to wake up. So we're going to go on to
My
Bloodscale.
butler doesn't hear. Oh no, that's not good.
All right. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Da-ba-da-ba-da.
Hey, oh, never mind.
Is this the door or is this the door? Is it 10 or 15?
It's the 15. That is kind of an awning that covers the door from any
Up.
rain.
Stuck my head in. Butler, wake everybody the fuck up!
As you will it.
Now!
And all of you hear this inhumanly loud bell ringing. Just a ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. On your turns, we're going to roll perception checks, and because you asked the butler, they're going to be at advantage, because he used his insanely loud butler skills.
Yeah!
Butler skills.
Let's go.
Get that butler! Alright, so I've used 15 of
We need to name the butler.
40.
With
Could name him Quildrith.
How dare you.
with Zephyr being in the tent, did she wake up from the Eldritch Blast?
Zephyr, her turn isn't up yet. The Eldritch Blast, unfortunately, was so far away from her. It'll be at hers isn't going to be advantage, but it won't be with disadvantage for her being asleep.
I do a perception check.
Well,
On
hold
your
on.
turn,
I'm
yes.
not done yet.
Oh, I know you're not doing it. I'm just letting people are asking questions out of.
My bad. My B.
All
I was
good.
telling Jess to I'm not done yet. Alright, so I have 15 to
I love that chuckle.
awning. I can still see. I can see this fucker, right?
Yes.
Okay, he looks humanoid-ish. Do I have that going as spell card or as attack? Because I don't know. Stupid.
For which one?
Alright, I'm gonna rage.
Perfect. Bonus action.
So I'm gonna
rage.
do a corrupty rage.
Okay, go into you enter your corrupted rage, and as you rage, instead of the familiar
Maybe a roar.
shadow,
Motherfucker still.
you feel this excited energy come through you. It is much more active and bouncy. Instead of doing shadow damage, you will do electric damage.
Sweet! I'm still like, I don't know, is this a roar or is this just maniacal laughter? Pick one.
This would be almost like, you know that when you're super over caffeinated and something hits you just right is fucking exciting and just blasts your brain with energy. Whatever Bloodscale's reaction to that is what it would be.
It's still just kind of be like a roar.
Yeah.
It's just a giggly bitch roar.
It'd be like like a
What?
roar trailing off into this excited laughter.
Which would be better for Zephyr to hear.
Yep. And Zephyr, since
boo.
he used his bonus action to roar and rage, I'll consider that an attempt to wake you. Go and roll a perception check with just a straight one, because that's a loud ass fucking roar.
Perception with.
Just roll perception.
Just roll straight. 18. Okay. You flutter to wake in your awareness in your tent to this trailing off maniacal laughter coming from Bloodscale.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, a little bit. All right, and then
Real quick.
And I'm still not
Still
in the
have-
turn order yet.
oh really? What's your initiative?
18.
18. Okay, I'll go and add you real quick.
So I have a hot action still.
So hot. What's that action
So-
gonna be?
So this boy here, he looks humanoid-ish.
Mm-hmm. A wisdom saving throw. Okay, let me take a look here. He
Crown of Madness.
So as you reach out with this energy surging behind your eyes, you reach out and try to grasp the mind of this creature to imbue the magic of the spell that has suddenly just appeared in your head. And as you reach out, reaching for the mind of it, feel nothing.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, fuck, bub. Yeah, bub. Fuck, bub.
Bub. Yeah, bub. What are we gonna do, bub?
All right, perfect. And then with that, anything else you can or want to do on your turn?
No.
Perfect. All right, so that is going to bring us to these weird-looking creature. One of them, anyway. So,
It should be the bottom one. I don't know how you went.
so I gave you the tiebreaker on the 20. He rolled the same initiative as you, and so that's why he's at the bottom at 20 as opposed to Zephyr's 18. So, just a heads
Cool.
up, yeah, because
I'm just gonna shut up. I
I'm
keep
down.
questioning things.
no, dude, you're fine. Like I always encourage questioning. I've never been one to kibosh it. All right, so this weird looking one with the eyes bleeding the black ichor from them, he is going to use his harpoon arm against you, Bloodscale, since you're all here.
What's the range on that motherfucker?
60 feet. This
Cool.
is 18 to hit.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, and so as it hits, you take 15 piercing damage, reduced to 7 from your rage, and then I need an escape. So you can either choose athletics or acrobatics to escape. DC 15.
I will do athletics, and because I'm raging, I have
Advantage.
Hip!
Ooh, okay. And so as the harpoon hits into your shoulder, you feel it instead of going straight through, you actually flex, and it bows outward. And so instead of going all the way through and through, it bounces off the side of your shoulder, and you feel it tug you forward. But instead, you flex and pull your shoulder back, and the harpoon flies back to the creature looking at you as it wails. And then that's going to end its turn. Zephyr, you are awake, but you are prone. And if you sleep in your armor, you have it on. If you don't, you do not have armor.
I sleep fully clothed, so
Makes sense with her character.
yeah, that's where I'm going with that one. Otherwise, I would have said no if it was
Well, it usually
my
makes
slutty character.
It usually makes sense when we're actually out and about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck getting naked right now.
All right, so I'm gonna get up,
Perfect.
come
So-
up here, see. Oh shit, there's things, and I am going to, because I don't see the Birdman yet.
Birdman.
Burn.
I am going
Just call me
to
Harvey.
cast.
So you don't see the lowest one. You do see.
Okay.
Actually, you only see the one at the very north.
That means it would probably be wise of me to check that. So I've given away half my movement.
Yes, yeah, to stand up, and you still have. You took 5 feet, so you still have, I think, 10 feet remaining.
Okay, so right there is good.
Perfect.
And oh, let's see. What should I do? What should I do? Or
Probably something wicked awesome.
I mean, it is the level
60
for it.
foot radius. Let's see. I need
Holy
my-
shit, radius? That's awesome.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna call lightning.
So 60-foot radius,
I can hit everything.
but you'll also hit not only yourself. Wait,
Yeah, but I get to choose.
hold on. Let me take a look at this fucking spell.
It's probably 60 feet.
Can you
and
click
then
it so it'll
different radius.
oh, perfect. So it is a
It's crazy.
DC 14 Dexterity saving throw, and then 3d10. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. So, 1 second. Let me make
So
sure.
I'm
you can
centering it
choose.
on that dude in the middle.
Perfect.
And I choose a point I see within range, and a bolt of lightning flashes down to that point.
Perfect. So
Anybody
this is
in 5 feet of that point must make a dex save.
perfect. So the rest of you look as, or actually just Bloodscale. You see as Zephyr walks out of her tent, and she's kind of striding a little more confidently than you've seen. She raises her hand up, and you see just this trail of dark cloud. Like it seems like this rushing wind coming out from her palm as everything in this area. There's this dark cloud 100 feet up, and then it starts to crackle with lightning. So choose where you'd like the lightning strike, the bolt of lightning to strike. Here, perfect. So he's gonna make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I guess that's a
What's
no.
the DC?
So So you have to do a 14?
Okay, yeah, he definitely does not make that. All right, so
3d10 lightning damage on a failed save.
perfect. And you
Just
cast.
roll already.
What level did you cast this at? It's awesome.
Level 3.
3? Okay, perfect.
Problem
So
is, roll 2 1s and a 2 for damage.
ouch. Okay, so 4 damage. You see it strike down from the sky. This as lightning strikes down on this creature. Although it doesn't, as it hits, you see it kind of fry through the body of the creature as it lets out this strange, confused scream. And that'll bring it to...
Was it already cloudy by any chance, or stormy?
It was not. It was a nice, clear night.
Damn.
I know, right? All right, so, and then on this thing's turn, has a speed of 30 feet, and it just got hit by fucking lightning. But nobody is within its realm of influence, so it's just gonna run. And as the lightning hits, you see it run towards you. Its arms outstretched, but not in a way that you would normally interpret as attacking. It's reaching out like it's running towards you for like a hug and for comfort.
No.
And that'll bring us to Unawatale. Make a perception check at advantage because of the alarm going off in the
I
tent.
figure the lightning bolt too.
They're in a soundproof tent. Okay. All right. So she comes to consciousness, but not fast enough to be able to make it outside of the tent. She'll have half her movement and but no action available because her action is being woken up. So she'll have movement, half movement, and bonus action.
Well, she'll just. So she has full movement and a half movement?
No, half movement and bonus action. Her action
good.
was waking up and getting ready.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And Unawatale does sleep in her armor. I know that for a fact.
Ugh.
I thought she was sleeping in the tub.
In her armor, in the tub. Yes, that's correct.
Nope, she's just gonna do her best to get outside the tent hopefully without fully blocking the way, allowing some room.
Perfect.
And just see one thing and go, fuck! That's about it.
Okay, perfect. Visair, you're up. Make a perception check at advantage. Perfect, that's enough. So,
Okay.
15, just so you guys know, is the DC to be able to wake up and still have your action. You only have half movement. And I'll consider everybody 15 feet to get out of the tent.
He's giving you out of the tent.
Yeah, you can get out of the tent after waking up because of the magical nature of the tent and its dimensions.
How fast are these things moving?
You haven't seen any of them run, so your character would have no idea.
Also, only one of them moves, so.
Okay. Oh, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Let's start off small. Or, Like, I don't want to just burn the shit out of one of these if they're like. Do they look sad? Like, how would they read on first glance?
Make a perception check. That's okay. That's high enough. They really wear their emotions. So this one down here it's crying black tears, and it's just looking like
Not again.
it's staring. It's staring around, kind of looking for something, and has a slightly confused look on its face. This one has almost a look of desperation as it's running with its arms open in a very welcoming fashion towards Zephyr. This one, both heads are looking around and just yelling in anger with this and then that's how they read it first glance.
I'm gonna hit them all with slow.
40-foot cube. I don't think you can hit them all.
Well, I can
Hit the two up top.
Yeah, hit these two fuckers.
Perfect. Okay, so you hit those two.
Yeah, I'm gonna slow them.
Perfect. Okay. And then what's the saving throw? Wisdom. So 2 wisdom saving throws coming up.
should be pretty low wisdom. So my spell save is 15.
Okay. So the top one seems unaffected, while you see the one reaching out slow down.
Cool.
Perfect. Any bonus actions?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. Perfect. And that'll bring us to the two-headed fellow. He is going to, in a rage, just look at the closest thing. He's going to run straight towards Zephyr. And then he is going to do a multi-attack with these two. You see his hands looking at them as he's running towards you, end in these vicious-looking chitinous hooks. And he's going to try to hook one into you.
Oof.
Critical. Alright, so you'll take 27 piercing damage.
Okay.
Can I
and
use Bend
I'm
Luck
doing
to help
Hellish
fuck
Rebuke.
that up?
Bend luck? Oh, yes. I don't think it'll help too much because it was a critical. What does Bend luck
Yeah.
read?
Let's see. When you see another character makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can use your reaction to spend 2 sorcery points to roll a 1d4 and apply the number rolled as a bonus or penalty to the creature's roll.
So a penalty would bring it down to 24, which would still hit.
But would that stop it from critting?
You know what? I'm going to say yes.
Alright, then I will stop that crit, yo.
Perfect. So it's critical. Instead of being 16, it drops to 11 plus 10. So 21 piercing damage. And you're using Hellish Rebuke, which is the dexterity saving throw for it. It rolls a natural 1 and takes all six,
Oh, damn!
all 6
I have a-
fire
I have a-
damage. Go ahead.
I have a quick question.
Wouldn't that be a 16?
Yeah.
I was reading the it would, so I wasn't having it. I was reading the very first rolls that roll 20 dropped, which was an 11 and then a 1. That's how I got to that.
Oh, my bad, because it says...
Or 11 and a 10, sorry.
Okay.
That's
16.
how it was. Yeah, it rolled really poorly on its second its crit damage technically, so that's why it's that particular damage. All right, and then so let's see, and then it's going to make a second hook attack. 14.
And I'm going. Oh, I can only do that once per day.
Perfect.
Damn.
Does a 14 hit?
14 does not. I'm at a 15.
Perfect. And it's its first hook as it's running in, it just comes up, and you're in kind of your astonishment, still looking at the slowed one running at you from a hug, really disturbed by its visage. This hook digs into like the side of your neck as this horror pulls your face towards its face. It's both of its mouths and face writhed in anger, screaming at you as an inch away. And as its hook comes out, the other hook comes careening at your face, and you manage to duck backwards, barely missing it, hooking for your jaw. That'll bring us to Uza. Perception
Not
check.
the face!
I don't suppose my passive perception of 20 would do anything, would it?
Passive perception of 20? No, because you're asleep.
Okay.
You're not passive is
Fair.
like when you're awake and looking around. So
You already have advantage.
you do have advantage, yeah,
Oh, I do?
yeah,
Oh,
because of the alarm.
And the lightning, which you hate.
He's in
hear
the
that.
soundproof tent.
Oh,
Advantage, thank
God.
God. Okay, you are up and at him. You have half your movement. If you fly, your flight
So
is 60, correct?
Uza does sleep perched, not laying down.
That's okay. You'll have half your movement. Just because of the waking up
Okay.
action. And do you sleep in your armor?
Yes.
Okay, and then you'll have half your movement. If you fly, it's still half, but you still have so if your flight's 60, correct?
50.
50.
So
So you
it'd
have
be
25
Okay.
if you fly.
Okay.
And windows do appear in the tent every time you try to fly out of it.
Okay, I was going to yell at the butler to open a window.
And as you do, you yell out,
Give me a window, butler, dude!
"Of course!" And you see a window suddenly appear in your room, super close.
This butler is the weirdest cue.
You have no idea.
I'm going to fly here. See Zephyr getting fucked up by that dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna oh, my dagger's already been used. Let's go with just a longbow attack.
Perfect.
Let's go turn off advantage.
19. That will hit.
And I get my sneak attack.
Yes, you do. Roll damage and sneak attack. Holy
Nice.
shit. All
Get
right.
him.
Yeah,
So,
2 6s.
good God. All right. So, 23 damage coming out from the rogue. Perfect. And
And I've got a little bit of movement left. Sorry. And you said I have a bonus action still too, right?
I don't remember. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because you rolled really high.
Alright, so... Going to fly. You going to use a bonus action dash.
Perfect.
Get up here. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to get right... Oh, I want to let me... I want to get here, so I'm like looking over the edge.
Perfect. Are you still flying or you landed?
I'm hovering.
Hovering. Okay. Perfect. So you dash over there and you ready yourself for the next round of events. Coming back to it, Mesnos, go and roll a perception check with advantage.
Got it. Okay. Whoops. So 13.
Mesnos, 13. So Mesnos wakes up. You have half your movement, but unfortunately only a bonus action for 15 and under.
So he's gonna just get right about here.
Perfect. We'll call it here for movement's sake,
Oh, okay.
because the door seems to curiously widen as people are standing in front of it.
Perfect. I don't think he could. I don't know if he could do anything as a bonus action, so that'll be it.
Okay. And then so he stops there, and that'll bring us back to the top of the round. Blood scale.
Alrighty.
Can
Yeah,
I
thank you.
can't treat as a bonus action for the next one.
Pull it up. Help D&D Beyond. Go to campaign. You
We'll
should
see
be
it
able to
then.
see it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Very first thing I'm going to do. So it's a level 2 Armor of Agathis.
Perfect.
So I get 10 temporary hit points, and if the thing hits me, they take 10. Well, they take as much damage as they hit me for until 10's expended.
Exactly. Perfect.
So, yeah, you got another.
That's
Actually,
my
I think
action.
this is just straight up 10 cold damage that it reads. So creature hits you with a melee attack while you have them. It takes 5 cold damage, and since you cast it at a higher level, it's 10 cold damage.
Sweet. So if they don't break it, it has a chance to proc multiple times. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it breaks, then it's just the 10, but if not, it can stay and do its 10 damage again.
That's how.
I'm running my booty right here.
Perfect.
Oh,
I can see that this one is
God damn it.
moving fairly slowly.
Yep, and you can
Feeling
see
like
the slow is becoming very familiar to your eyes, and you see it's desperation looking. As you run towards it, it slowly shifts as if to hug you as you run in. And since it is slow, you have advantage on the attacks, I believe.
I'm not going to hit that one.
Okay. Oh, it says -2 to AC. Okay, which one are you going to hit?
I'm sure I can. Because that's an action.
Oh, yeah, do you have any bonus actions left?
Nope.
Okay.
Ran right into the storm. Yeah.
Perfect. And meanwhile, this other, the weeping one, how's you guys?
I couldn't use my bonus action to try to yell at the one that's just trying to hug Zephyr.
You can. Yeah, what do you want to yell?
I'm just trying to slightly get attention. Just trying to pull a little bit of aggro.
Okay. And so what are you going to yell?
Just roar. It's
Okay.
just a roar.
So just a roar. All right. So this one is going to, since you are technically the closest, it's going to run towards you, and it is going to make another harpoon arm attack. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So you take 24 piercing damage, and then another escape.
It's technically not a melee attack, is it?
No, because it's a ranged attack. You know what?
My
Let me
armor
double
was
check that.
useless.
Let me double check that. No, it is a melee weapon attack. It just has a really long reach, so that does do 10 cold damage back to it.
Cool.
And you see, as the that's Una Watale. That's weird.
I
it's
clicked
been
mine.
doing
I
that.
just have her picked in the drop down.
Perfect. I was
For
gonna say,
typing.
how did she get such a big bonus to strength? All right, so it takes as the harpoon hits again. You feel the tug, but this time as it hits, you see this ice start to freeze back over down the. You guys are ridiculous.
That's just me. That's all me.
I know, that's what makes it funny. So you see it try to like go down the harpoon arm, and you hear it just roar out, and you see another gush of tears coming out of both of its eyes as it takes the damage, looking at you like, why? You fucking dicks. All right.
So, I take 12 points of damage because I'm raged.
Mm-hmm.
So it's reduced, and 2 actual damage. Cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you only take 12 damage from that total, and it reduced by 10 for your armor, and then the armor breaks and it takes the 10 damage.
Enough. Did something.
Perfect.
More than I was expecting.
And then let's see if you are in. Nope. Okay. Oh crap. He has advantage on that attack, so he's gonna. And he has. I think he has.
Why?
Nope. He only has 1 attack, so that's good. He hit with it. It's all good. So with that, we are going to move
I was about
on.
to say, why does he have advantage though?
He's a very weird thing.
Cool. Stupid.
He
just
loves-
stupid special bullshit. That's fine by me. I'm fine with it.
He loves having company around him. Zephyr, your turn.
Oh my god, look at that, he's rogue.
I'm going to fly into the air and
Perfect. How far?
out of reach.
Okay, you're
Right
gonna
there.
take. You will take an attack of opportunity from him.
That's fine.
Perfect.
And it
15.
hits.
Okay. So you take 21 piercing damage as one of the hooks digs into you as you run away.
Okay.
Both
and,
faces screaming at you as you do.
I'm going to. Sorry, you were in the way. No, actually, I can do it this way. Okay, I'm going to right there call the lightning because
That'll hit everybody in 5 feet. So yep, that'll hit both
that
of them.
puts those 2 and not him. So I'm
Perfect.
calling the lightning again, and let
That's
me
a dexterity
roll.
for 16, correct?
Hang on. 14.
14. Okay, so 1 makes it.
And
half
that's
damage.
still half damage.
But the other one, the weeping one, does not make it and takes the full damage. Perfect. And what would you like to
Which one didn't make it?
the slowed one.
Does slow give him anything on that?
Let me take a look. I forget slow. Even though you guys use it every time. Oh, yep. He has a -2 on his dexterity saving throws, so he actually doesn't make it. Never mind. 10 out of 10. All right. And then, Zephyr, what would you like to do for your bonus action?
That's a perfect damage out of 10.
It's using my action, so I have a bonus action. I'm going. Where's the bonus? Give me 1 second here, I'm checking.
Transform.
Yeah, I could transform,
But now you're flying. I don't know.
but it's concentration, and I landed on the thing, but
That's okay. Your flight is natural flight because of your wings, so it doesn't take any concentration. But your thundercloud is. So if it
yeah, so if I change, I lose concentration.
yeah, if you cast another concentration spell, you will lose concentration.
I'm just gonna prep a javelin.
Perfect. So with your bonus action, you pull a javelin from your pack and you get ready, and that'll bring us to Huggy Boy. Probably the worst nickname I could have given him. All right. He is going to try to hug. He just wants a hug.
Just want some hugs,
He's
man.
going to try to hug Bloodscale. 24.
It'll hit.
Perfect. Okay, so that you take a 13 piercing damage, reduced to 6, and then
Hold on. I'm posting this in the chat just for Jess's benefit.
sure.
Keep going.
Perfect. And then he's going to try to embrace you. So he stabs his arm spikes into you, and then he tries to
Hug
pull
me.
you close with a 24.
Can he do both?
Yeah,
Is this a
he has
slow guy? Can he do both?
It's a multi-attack, so it's just his single action, so it's not a bonus action. But actually, I'm gonna say Embrace is a bonus action because it's not specifically. His multi-attack is specific to 2 arm spike attacks, so he's just gonna make another arm spike attack.
I just figured I'd ask since I'm here. That also.
18. Okay, so another 7 damage.
Oh.
Sorry, this is one of the few times I've had to put the tokens and everything in, so it's thank you for the reminders. All right, so that'll be his turn, and that'll bring us to Unawatale.
Let's see here. Looking at her spells, looking at her spells, looking at her spells, looking at her spells, looking at them, looking at them, looking at them, looking at her goddamn spells. Take it she can't see though.
See, she can see this guy. Well, let me take a look. Actually,
I'm at blood scale.
no,
It goes through the tent.
cannot
Yeah,
see blood
whose
scale.
tent was that right above us?
Mine.
Blood scales.
Oh, okay. Why were you in the other tent then?
My tent is. No, I ran to it to wake everybody up.
Oh, okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Can she just see him on this corner or no?
You know what? I'll say that's 3/4 cover, so yes, she can see him because of how low the tent is and how
She's
tall
just
blood
going.
scale is.
She's just going here.
Perfect.
Range 30 feet.
More than enough.
Bonus action.
Sanctuary. Perfect.
Noise.
And then anything for the action?
Working on it.
Who did she cast Sanctuary on?
Blood scale.
Blood scale. Who
Nice.
needs 2 tokens actually? Because I never put his rage on. And oh, we'll call that one Sanctuary. That sounds good.
Oh, I got a good one for this. Bam.
Yeah, something we've been using.
Okay, cool. But
Badabada.
Do 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 do.
Badabada.
and let's see on the bottom guy below the
Mhm.
cart.
Mhm.
She is going to level 1.
Guiding bolt, level 1. Perfect. What's the save?
I think that's a 15 to hit.
Oh,
Ty.
just 15 hit. Okay, perfect. So 15 barely misses, and as you see, she reaches out, and you just hear her like, "Blood scale, be well." And then all of a sudden, you just blood scale. You feel this kind of just softness to the world all of a sudden, and everything seems a little bit less dangerous. And then she reaches out, and she kind of reaches a hand towards the this weeping guy, and clutches her hand, and you see this flame fire out from her hands, and this bright golden light, and as it just barely misses and explodes in the Orcorp behind him.
Fuck this!
Do I have
Dives
advantage on
literally
the
just
card?
behind the door.
Perfect. And then Visair, you're up.
Get that full cover, son. Get that
Here
full
we go.
cover.
I'm gonna shoot me a fireball, fucking right to where so it's gonna burn these two.
Perfect. Go and roll
I'm
that
still
attack.
bear totem, even in corrupted range, so
Mm-hmm.
I have
Nothing
resistance.
automatic
You know what?
fails is
Fucking
dexterity.
dance
my
whatever.
first-
You hit whatever you want, boy.
First fireball, so I'm gonna go with a level 4. Let's see how this goes.
Well, no, the corrupted rage it took away some of your saves, so all right, it's okay. It doesn't. Oh Jesus
Okay.
Christ! So 2 dexterity saving
That's fine.
throws.
Doesn't the slow one automatically fail his?
No, he just has -2 to it. DC 15, they both fail.
-2.
Yeah, they both fail.
Shot it.
Nice.
Yeah. Eat that fireball.
All right, so this is
Oh, I wanted to ask. I have a little
33 points of damage. You fucking dick.
I have a symbol on my character. What is that for?
31 points of damage, you mean?
No, he has the
33.
2
Oh,
for
with
the higher level. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was from the last fight, TJ.
Let's see what do you got. Oh yeah, that's when you
Yeah, I
were
just wanted
you
to-
were grappled, so you're good to go. You're
Okay,
being
I just wanna make
constricted.
sure.
Yeah, that's gone now. Sorry. Yeah, that. So as the rest of you hear just this, boom, like this explosion as this fireball hits behind them, knocking both of them forward. You see the fire burn their pale white flesh to this deep black as the flames writhe around them. Only the very front of them remains the same color as you see they'll start to bleed this their cracked and broken skin bleeding this black ichor. Would you like
gross.
any bonus action?
It's early in the day, or I would fucking just twin that and throw another one. But,
I mean,
I mean, we could always just go back to bed.
you know,
I mean, I'm gonna need to.
That's true.
already? Oh shit.
he
He only had a
didn't
short
want to-
rest.
I didn't
It's
get a
only
full
about
rest.
4 o'clock in the morning. If you guys did go to sleep until noon, technically, yeah.
Well, is Bird Bro gonna have to do that anyway?
He is going. If he wants the benefits of a long rest, he will have to take a long rest.
We
as
can-
he only
Twin
has
spell!
one rest. Mark off your sorcery points, and then roll the new damage for the second time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
He's
I
loving
cast- Wait, I'm gonna cast level 5 if we're going right back to bed.
Shit. Go ahead.
Okay, hit the snooze button on this bitch.
Oh.
You rolled so well the first time. All right, so 2 dexterity saving throws.
Still 27 damage?
Still fucking ridiculous. Oh my god, these fucking.
Yeah, bitch!
All right, let me see if one might have made his. Okay, he got a 16, so the second one made his, but the first
-2
one.
though?
No, the -2 rolled the 5. But luckily, as you cast this one, the one going to hug Bloodscale after the back burns it turns around in this hopeless fashion and opens his arms again as the explosion hits, utterly decimating it into nothingness.
Oh, don't they? Do they take any damage if they miss?
He failed. Yeah, they
Seems
still
like
take half damage,
Okay, cool.
right? Yeah, they have to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's half.
Fireball's
damage,
half
yeah.
damage.
And the other one, as he kind of holds up his little harpoony, gross-looking arm as the fire blows over him, and he kind of like ducks a little bit behind the ore cart, but still takes a lot of scorching damage. All right, that's your
Cool.
action. Bonus action. Would you like to move?
Yeah, I'll duck back in the tent.
Perfect. All right, and that'll bring us to the two-headed jerkbag. All right, and he's going to again scream out, and because he was damaged last turn, he has advantage on his attacks, and he's going to make 2 hook attacks against Bloodscale.
Sanctuary.
Yep, he has to make Sanctuary, so it'll be a Wisdom saving throw for the first one. Misses. For the second one, 18. Makes his Wisdom saving throw for the second one, which is the critical, and that'll do...
Can I use my sorcery points again? I didn't use my reaction spell last time, so...
You're technically in the tent, and therefore out of sight and out of range, so there's nothing that you'd be able to do.
But if the door is open, I could definitely see him.
No, you couldn't.
Oh,
Not through the
Oh,
tent.
the tent.
Yeah,
The
your
tent is its own weirdness,
Screws, yeah.
so unfortunately no.
That's my tent. Fuck it.
No, yeah, the one this tent's the ones that's the problem.
Yeah, that's my
So,
tent.
yeah.
So 24 damage reduced to 12 piercing.
Alrighty.
And then, one moment.
Oh, that's way too high.
So using its rising anger, because it's been hit, the target will take an extra 3d12 psychic damage.
Oh shit.
That's gonna be rough for me.
Can I
Logos.
cast... What is the dumb one? Can I cast Shield of Faith as a I can't see him. Never
You can't see me.
mind.
Normally, yes.
Yeah.
27 points of psychic
Ouch.
damage.
Some good rolls on that.
Rough.
So, what was it? 12 plus 27?
Yes, total.
Damn!
I'm not looking great.
At least that rage isn't going anywhere.
For sure,
Yeah.
though. You met something maybe angrier than you. That'll bring us to...
Yeah, I'm not looking great though.
No, yeah, and that'll bring us to Mesnos.
Oh, why it's not updating
Actually,
there.
that brings us to me.
Sorry, Uza, sorry.
So two
Bring it in.
questions.
Yeah,
First, how bad does Bloodscale look?
pretty bad, but you...
I have 13 hit points.
Well, I'm
Bloodscale-
just looking for a pretty rough.
Bloodscale is looking rough as hell.
Bloody to shit.
One of the
And then
roughest times you've ever seen him. The hooks
2,
are dragging his scales apart. And
the
it's just-
Dagger of Venom, since it recharges at the beginning of the day, is it recharged?
Yes.
I'm gonna do something stupid,
Cool.
which is my thing. Today.
Love it.
I'm going to not fly down, but I'm gonna jump down.
Okay. Using the gravity to stab into.
Yep.
'Kay.
Activating the dagger of venom,
Perfect.
and then
That Smash
but
Bros.
I'm gonna
move.
do it so I'm here.
Okay.
So he's flanked, so I have advantage.
Correct.
Okay. Come on.
25
That's
will
pretty
hit.
fucking good. Oh, I gotta roll it one more time
What?
for the advantage.
Oh shit!
Yes!
Tap
Yeah.
my bird, bro. Boy.
Yeah.
Off.
28 misses though. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, that'll definitely hit, and it's a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he has.
I don't suppose it's at disadvantage because I critted.
So it's he
Doesn't
rolls
matter.
at 16, so he doesn't take the poison damage.
Even though
But
it's crit?
even though it's a crit, but
do
the
get sneak
poison isn't discharged from the blade, so it's still poisonous.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and roll
yeah,
the.
that's
So that's
attack.
and then roll your sneak attack. Ooh, this is gonna be bad.
And
Oh,
then
it's gonna be so bad.
That's doubled as well.
Yeah. So okay, so your first damage was
The first damage was going to be 16,
perfect. So 16, and
and then 34.
that would have been so 34 altogether. Okay.
No, 34 with the sneak attack.
Well, you can't add the poison damage.
No,
'cause
I'm
it didn't
not.
go through. Okay,
So the 16 is the 8 times 2, unless you do the plus.
so the 8, unfortunately, it's only the doubling of the dice, so it's only 12.
Yeah, that's the dice doubled.
Yeah, because you roll. Well, it's a D4 because it's a dagger, so it's 8 from the dice, and then plus 4 for your plus 3 from your dex, so it's 11.
Oh, I see how you're looking at it.
Yeah,
I
and
was
then-
doing criticals wrong for you guys then.
No worries. So 11 plus 17, so 28 points of damage in one fucking
The
stab.
17's doubled as well.
Oh
I
shit!
build my
Dice roll.
weapons to do crits.
So-
So the
34
34 just from the sneak attack.
Oh my god! So 34 and then 11 on top of that.
Hot damn.
Pretty good.
Actually, I'm sorry to be nitpicky, but that is a 13 on top of that.
Sorry, 13. I apologize.
No worries. Math
Um,
is hard.
And as you stab into it, you just hear this roar, and one of the heads, the one on the shoulder, whips around and is looking at you
Oh shit.
as blood is dripping from its hooks. Bonus
Did I
action?
use my bonus action to activate the dagger?
Yes.
So shit. So I was really hoping that would kill it.
You want to try to run away, or you still have plenty of movement? You just take a attack of
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the no shit, blood scale's right there and he's gonna get fucked up. Nah, I'm gonna stay.
Okay. Mesnos.
Blood bro.
Hey,
That is
bird.
also me.
How it goes?
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. He's got 2 of these. What level? What he only has 2 levels.
Fucking
of
old
spells,
woman
so
right
it's
now.
not-
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
sorry.
Huh?
Nothing. I'm just gonna go with the simple here. He's gonna move over here to
Jessica,
move it.
I'm like an old woman
Alright.
right now.
Right there. Nor to
He's
see.
sewing right now.
I've
guys.
gotta watch my stories and I gotta sew this sleeve.
I was like, what? Getting double teamed by mutants? What the fuck?
That too.
And then,
Don't judge.
We think of
judge.
old women very
He
differently.
has 2 level 4 spell slots, correct?
That's correct.
So he's gonna cast Blight.
Blight. Perfect. Roll it.
Boom.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to turn over to here. 4. Even with all the bonuses, no, he ain't gonna make that.
Yes. Why couldn't he roll like that on my poison? God damn it.
I don't know, but 36
you would like that.
necrotic damage.
True.
We're good.
We're good. Did it fucking die yet?
It did not.
Piece of shit.
Well, it also depends how this thing takes necrotic damage.
That's
Like
true.
death.
Perfect.
How
Any
did it
bonuses?
look? Like, did it look like fully effective?
Oh yeah, yeah. You saw him reach out, and you saw him basically pull
That's true.
the uncharred flesh. You see him pull life away from this near lifeless being, but you see its skin crack and its eyes flare and gets even angrier as its skin starts to crack and fall off of its chest.
Fun. No bonus actions.
No bonus actions.
He doesn't. He's 2-weapon fighting.
There you go. All right, and then that'll bring us. Did you cast that?
You can
at-
throw a dagger as a bonus action if you have 2-weapon fighting, by the way.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, that was good.
But you have to use your attack action to slice and then throw.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. That'll bring us to this boy right here. He is going to wander forward in his sorrow. He's going to harpoon
hurt, guys.
arm. 18.
Oh,
It hits.
the tanks come.
You
tanks
take,
come.
I would
10
protect you if I could.
10 piercing
Wisdom
damage.
save sanctuary.
Oh, yes.
Makes it.
Okay, and then use your escape, whichever you'd like to roll for it, with advantage because you're raging.
Make sure I have the right name this time.
Perfect. Okay, you make the saving throw, and so.
Guys, I got 3 HP.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
oh, and he's smack dab in the middle of things.
All right, and then. Okay, that's all he can do. But because you're within 5 feet of him. Nope, that's
I'm
at the
listening.
start. That's at the start of his turn. You're fine. Oh shiz! No, he has advantage on that attack. I have to roll to see if he crits.
Okay.
Doesn't crit. You're fine.
Phew.
Whew.
Looks pretty close though.
3
Fucking hell.
HP.
All right,
Oh no, it wasn't.
blood scale. You're up.
Big ass bonus.
Ha! Ha!
Don't worry, I got
These
you.
2 boys looks the worst.
Oh, and at this point, you guys see the sun starting to break over into the dawn as light starts to flood this area.
That's good. Which one of these boys looks the worst?
Definitely the crying boy. He's got blood. He's been hit so many more. He's got the
Is
brain.
that the one the bird hit?
Yep. No, that's not the one the bird hit. It's the one to the south of you.
One that just tried to diddle me?
Yep, the one tried to diddle you real good.
Ha!
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that'll hit.
Ha!
All right. And then you see
Does
the
it do its thing?
eye in the axe flash up and cast the smite damage.
Wait, I
2d8.
don't remember what it was.
2d8.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
And as you hit it with the first time, the axe digs deep into its chest. You see the eye light up as electricity charges down your arms and through the axe, shaking it as it goes. You see its head wobble around and it looks at you even more sorrowful, like, why, dear God, why? And then,
You know what you did?
and that does not kill it.
Ha!
oh.
Miss.
Well, obviously.
All right, and then the second one is you pull it out. You go for the second attack, and it just kind of ducks down, but not in order to dodge, but in order to put its head in its hands, its little claws, and cry in a move that you were not expecting as you whiff over its head. Zephyr.
Hold on. I have a bonus,
Oh
motherfucker.
shit! Sorry, bonus action. What you
Okay,
going
that's
to
not
do?
good. Never mind.
Okay, Zephyr.
All right. I'm going to out my ruler, asshole. Okay, I am going to cast lightning right here, so it hits this dude,
Perfect. Roll the
and
attack. Or it's a saving throw, correct?
yes.
Dexterity. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make it. Takes all 9 damage.
Okay. And
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Even though I'm not
Uza.
outside or not inside.
Even though you're inside, this is more for my knowledge.
All right. Works for me.
And you actually feel this time the lightning. You don't notice to the point where you notice yourself not noticing the lightning. All of a sudden, you're like, I might not be afraid anymore. Okay. Your bonus action, Zephyr.
don't really have any neat ones. But I guess I will fly over here and I can shove with a bonus action, can I?
No, shove is an action.
Well, I'm just gonna stand right here then.
Oh no! Fuck.
Okay,
God damn it.
perfect. Unawatale.
Ah, shit, fuck.
I mean, I could move here conveniently enough, but my character wasn't really thinking about it. Sorry!
I had a whole plan.
Alright, so she comes out.
So that's still 3/4 cover for Buzzkill. She can still see him, right?
Yes.
Good. So we are going to. I don't like this. Not fucking like it.
Don't blame you.
Probably gonna nap throughout the day now, so I mean, it's what it is. What levels does she have? I don't think we ever leveled her up.
I leveled her up. D&D Beyond. I don't know if I think I did it here too, but let me pull it up real quick. She should have the right hit points. And then,
I just need to know her max spell level at this point.
sure.
in time.
I'll pull it up here real quick for you.
It's gonna be a waste.
Alright, so her max spell level. So it's level 9. Max spell level is going to be 5th.
Yeah.
5th.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Healing word
would
at
like-
5th level.
That's shockingly it.
Okay, go ahead and cast it. Oh.
Rolled 11.
Wait. What?
Christ.
Oh, okay. 11.
Yeah,
I was like, how did the
and
fuck-
then because she is a life cleric, and she is of a significant level, you get an additional 7 hit points. So 2 plus the spell level, so 7 on top of that.
Okay, so
So
18.
total of 18 hit points back to you. I assume you're healing yourself.
damn right.
All right, perfect. Any bonus actions?
She's gonna hop back in. Technically, that is a bonus action, but I know the whole like high level blah blah blah.
High level it wouldn't be, but she can still cast a healing word again at the first level. She can cast Sanctuary, Shield of Faith, Spiritual Weapon, and Holy Weapon at 5th level as a bonus action.
She can't cast at 5th level. She just used her 5th level spell.
Okay, yeah. Let's see, how many spell slots does she have at 5th level? Yeah, only one.
Should be one. Can I know it's technically a second bonus action, but can't you do spiritual weapon right now?
Yes, yeah. Spiritual Weapon's always a bonus action. And when
Well,
you
I know,
cast
but
it,
she
it
has
hits.
a normal action.
Yeah, she used her normal action to call to do the healing word, so she can bonus action pull in a spiritual weapon.
Healing word's also a bonus action. They're both listed as bonus actions.
I think healing word is only a bonus action if you use it. No, healing word's a bonus action. So, yeah, you know what? Because if you want to use it at 5th level, that is definitely worth it, and it's only a bonus action, so she still has her action left.
Yes, but can I use an action for a bonus weapon, spiritual weapon?
Yes, yeah, you can always use an action for a bonus, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, then fucking throw that bad boy out. Problem is, but that's not what I
So-
wanted. I wanted spell card.
That's okay. Yeah, and it's set up to automatically cast the attack as well, so we'll just bring up the spell card and hold on one second.
Whatever. It's going behind this boy.
Right behind that boy. Okay. I'm just gonna use this. Is it here?
Technically, no. Right across from Zephyr, so it has flank.
There. Okay. Perfect.
That way, it would actually technically have advantage.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll again for its advantage. 18
better.
does hit. Go and roll damage.
Voice.
Guess I would just have made it a 4 if possible.
Okay. Barks at 18 damage as all of you see this trident with water made of light dripping off of it suddenly appear and stab into the back of this weeping monstrosity. All 3 prongs pointing up, sticking out the front of it as it pulls upwards, splitting it into 3 different pieces, killing it.
That was helpful, thank you!
And that'll bring
She
us...
will then dive the fuck back in the tent.
Good man. All right, and that'll bring us to Vicehair.
Seeing her run back, and he's like, "Alright, my turn!"
I'll trade you places!
Runs out. And, shit, y'all are near it. I'm noticing a lot of my spells really fucking
Concentration and AoE.
are.
Yeah, that was my frustration as well. Sparkle's real!
So,
Oh, snap. Look at all that
um,
text.
can I just lift this thing 60 feet into the air?
Yes.
I would like to do that.
Well, hold on. You can't lift it a full 60. It is 30 feet. You can lift it 30 feet in the air.
Why?
Because you can move the creature up to 30 feet in any direction, including upward, but not beyond the range of the spell.
The range of the spell is 60 feet because I have Spell Sniper.
Yeah, but you can move the creature up to 30 feet in any direction.
Because the creature's 30 feet away from
You can cast it from farther away. You just can't make it do more than it already does.
Oh, that's dumb.
But
Alright.
I think
What's that?
if the spell's concentration, you can hold it up there for a turn and then move it 30 feet.
That's
Yeah, no, I'm gonna lift it up 30 feet just to
perfect. So use
keep
your
it away from everybody.
use your spellcasting ability. So your charisma check versus its strength check to see if it can stay on the ground.
Okay, what's my... Just click Charisma?
Just a straight charisma check. Rolled a fucking 5. Yeah, no, even with its stupid strength, it's getting lit. You guys, the rest of you see as this angry yelling hook thing gets pulled directly up into the air, just as it's trying to hook itself into the ground or anything around it as it's pulled into the top.
Since it's pulled out of our melee range,
That's what I was
do we get attack opportunities?
Yes, in fact, you all get, the 2 of you get attacks of opportunity.
Hey, did you guys miss my turn?
No?
No,
Never
it's-
mind.
you and I
I'm spacing out, dude.
No worries. So as it's pulled upward, you both get attacks of opportunity, and you're both flanking, so you both get advantage.
Wait.
Yes, good. Everything's working out fine.
18 will hit. 23 will hit. All right, so roll the damage for Infinite Wrath first. So 19 slashing damage.
And then he needs a DC 15 for the Constitution check.
Perfect.
And then don't forget my sneak attack.
Well, roll your sneak attack once per turn. You got it on your turn, so you won't have it on your action.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no. No shit. The turn order restarted since your turn.
Hell yeah.
Roll your sneak attack.
Well, there it is.
Sneak attack
okay.
actually generally doesn't reset till the start. Of
Yeah.
It says each turn. It doesn't say each round starting at your turn. That's why I'm interpreting it
Well-
that way. That way he has until his next turn, if he has a reaction, to get his sneak attack damage in.
Okay.
And so when it comes to his turn, you won't be able to get sneak attack damage, but you've already got it in.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going up to meet it in the air at this point.
24, Jesus. All right, and then let's see.
This worked beautifully. This is something we can do anytime we want.
Is that his Constitution check?
That's
the
his
as it
combo
doesn't
right
take
here.
its save.
Yeah, it's that plus 4, so 21.
Yeah, that makes it.
Yeah, all right, perfect. And that'll bring us to the monster's turn, who is...
So how's it looking?
Oh, it's looking not as damaged as you were hoping. But as the sun is hitting it, as it's pulled up into the full sunlight, both of you attacking it, it's going to try to do anything, but I think it is pretty screwed. It's 30 feet in the air. Let's see if it can do anything to contest after you've gotten that. Okay. Concentration up to 10 minutes. Till the end of your next turn. So the end of your next turn is restrained by telekinetic grip. Creatures upwards winter. The subsequent rounds, you can use your action to attempt to maintain your telekinetic grip by repeating the contest. So it lost the contest, so it cannot make a saving throw on its turn. It's on your turn. So by
Nice.
reading that, it is going to flail about its hooks. It's in this helpless anger, floating in the air, trying to kill anything. And you guys see the sunlight starting to burn its skin as it starts, as it's wailing and flailing about.
Thought I was
Nice.
gonna run the vampire.
Is it in full sunlight at this point?
It's in full sunlight at this point.
Question.
Yeah.
If one of our flying companions were to fly up there and attack it, would they have advantage since it's all fucking upside down and whatnot?
It is technically restrained, so I don't think so, but let me double check.
Well, isn't something that's restrained, doesn't that grant advantage?
I think grappled is the one that is advantage. So restrained just
No,
means
it's-
you're...
I believe it's
you're-
restrained.
It's the other way around because
Or
you
the
guys
other
kept
way.
getting grappled
Yeah.
in this ceremony.
Sorry, yes.
campaign.
Okay, so its
Yeah.
attacks are at disadvantage. It has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, and its speed is 0, and cannot benefit from any bonus speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. That's correct. Okay, yes. So yeah, anybody getting to it, if you're bold enough to
Yeah.
get inside its hook and range,
Or
you
just
will have
shoot
advantage.
that boy.
So you
Yeah,
said
I'm basically just gonna use my lightning bolt.
you said I do not get sneak attack on this attack.
No, because you already got it
Halle Berry
this
style.
turn.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so that'll bring us to Yuza.
Okay.
Once more into the stabbery. Since you
Shoot
have
it.
bonus
You'll,
act-
you'll
your
have
bonus
advantage
action-
on attacks up close.
Shoota!
Let me ask this.
Sorry, what?
If I were to move up there and attack him by hand, and Viserys' turn came up and he dropped him, would I get an attack of opportunity?
There's
Yeah,
few
boy!
ways to find out.
All right, fuck it. I'm at full health. He's at disadvantage. I'm gonna
That
fly
makes
up
one of us.
next to him.
Perfect.
I'm gonna put my little flying wings on. Fly up next to him, and I'm gonna attack with my dagger venom because I'm gonna poison this motherfucker.
Perfect. Roll your attack with advantage. 18 hits.
Yes. DC.
Let's go.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Natural 20.
Fuck you, you horrendous
Damn.
bitch.
8 points of damage. Bonus action.
Jane,
Jane,
I'm
you're
gonna, I'm
ignorant
gonna stay
slut.
there
Perfect. Okay.
because I want that attack of opportunity.
Mezzy.
He's going to
Eldritch Blast.
I believe I'm going to Eldritch Blast this motherfucker. 18 hits. Roll the damage. 10 damage from Mesnos.
I love that I can turn things into pinatas now.
Yeah, you guys are getting full on fucking redonk.
Can
these
we
levels.
switch the music to some mariachi music? Just for the, you know.
If I had
Da, da,
some
da, da, da,
ready.
da, da, da.
No, unfortunately, don't have any ready.
Oh, next time.
Sorry. I got this.
next time.
Gee,
Calm
what
down,
the
Jim
hell?
Sterling.
And I have no idea why I have that is the worst part. Alright.
For the piano duel that we clearly didn't get into in Burnder.
God, you don't even know. Alright, and then, yeah, 10 damage. Any bonus actions for poor
No, he
Mezzy?
can't.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
Blood of the Scale.
Well, he just ran off, and since it's still in the air, he can't really reach it.
I'm gonna assume he just uses his
War picket.
his next Eldritch Blast since he knows that they have a you guys have a rest coming up. And so we're just gonna.
So he can back up a little.
He doesn't need to. It's 30 feet in the air. 16.
I know, but it's not going to be there forever.
Oh, here he is.
17 does not. Okay, good. Never mind.
What's going on?
Your
You
turn.
ran off.
I had to get tweezers so I could finish tying this knot. So
Of course.
hard.
Duh.
Fuckers.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on.
I
doesn't
mean,
So what are you gonna do?
Can I do that fun expand breath weapon and Eldritch Blast thing and shoot just the fucking like shadow lightning at this fucker?
Boy, you sure can.
I don't remember what I was supposed to roll.
So
a
actually,
very
just
effective?
roll your regular breath weapon because of blue dragons.
A DC 14
Perfect.
con save. They'll take half damage either way.
9 plus 4, 13 does not make it.
hold on. I'm in the interest of being fair. I'm gonna roll 2 because I'm right next to it.
Oh yeah, he
It's-
wouldn't know that it's a
Oh,
line.
ooh, I can
No,
bend.
no, no.
I
I'm
can
doing the
bend-
special thing.
No, I know.
Remember we did the special
No, no,
combine and it
I
just
know.
shoots one singular thing?
When
I
you're
can bend your luck
hold on,
and add 4 to that.
when you're that
Hold on.
would apply when you're ice. right now your ice
Cool.
elementals have been changed, and so you wouldn't know yet that it
No,
is
that's
a
fine.
lightning line. So go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Yep. Luckily, it's pretty good. No, it's not.
Okay.
I'm gonna use luck.
Oh, actually, TJ said he was going to bend luck to add a D4. So
It's
if you
not gonna do enough.
okay, just use luck then.
If you get a 4, you will. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use a luck point. Does that
There
make
it is.
Just enough.
All right.
So you take 5 points of electricity damage and make another
No, be a
wisdom
rogue.
saving
Use
throw.
evasion,
Actually-
bro.
Oh, evasion. Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm
Two-
saving my reaction, and
Okay.
I have resistance.
Yeah, I know you have resistance.
So that's what, 2 points?
Let's see. Let's see. 5, 2,
2. Okay. Yeah. I'm
and
fine.
make a wisdom saving throw.
You got it. Oh.
It really doesn't affect you that much.
Oh.
The DC was 5 plus the damage because of your last saving throw, so you actually killed it.
Nice.
Sorry, Uza.
I'm strangely okay with this.
Zephyr.
That's new to me.
That's new to me. Zephyr walk off?
Please.
All right, Zephyr.
No,
you're
she's
up.
just not paying attention.
Okay.
Jessica,
Is it dead yet?
It is
No.
not dead yet.
that's why it's your turn.
Zap, zap.
Do it in a way it won't hit Uza.
Yeah, pretty much doing it in a way it won't hit Uzo. So zap, zap, bam.
There's no way not to hit Uza if you use your electricity.
God damn it! Get
Because-
out of the way, bird!
Because he's 30 feet in the air, unfortunately.
It's-
It's a sphere instead of a circle.
Oh my god, I'm really pushing my fucking.
You really
character
are.
development, aren't I?
You know, if you still want to use it, you can.
Go
He
for
just,
it. Do
if
it.
he's a rogue though, so you know if he makes his dexterity saving throw, he takes no damage.
Well, that's
There,
if he
that's
wants
fair.
to use his evasion.
If he wants to use his evasion,
But I'm resistant.
Yeah,
to
I'm
lightning,
doing
too.
it.
Go for it.
hit it. Makes it.
Still gets
Still gets a nice healthy 7 points of
Oh
damage.
god damn it!
And nice healthy 15 points of lightning damage.
My resistance.
Do you want?
So
do
down
you
to
want
7?
The luck? Do you want the
No, it's
D4?
fine. It's really not that much.
Okay.
Save it for someone who need, like, save it for blood scale.
Motherfucker can't touch me. I'm down here.
Woo!
That'll bring us to Unawatale. Or do you have a bonus action you'd like to do, Zephyr?
No.
Perfect. Unawatale.
Zap me some more.
This time when she hops out of the tent, can't you just see the thing in the air?
Yes, yeah, he's well within sight. Yeah, you know, submersion therapy.
Oh, do I have to make a wisdom saving throw for that?
Nope.
No. Okay.
All right. So what would Unawatale like to do? Doot doot doo.
Or can this bitch move? Up
Get
to
out
20
the
feet. I don't
way.
think it'll make it.
What is it?
Bonus action on your turn, you can move the spiritual weapon up to 20 feet. But
No,
he's
he's
up in the air now.
30 feet, and yeah, be at least would call it 25.
Have him let
30
on it.
feet. Have it what?
Just stick it pointing straight
Oh
up
no, I'm
underneath
gonna.
him.
No, I'm gonna. We're moving because
Let
I
him
can.
drop
I
it.
gotta do a bonus action either way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would move it here.
Perfect.
That way, when it drops, I mean, technically, I can move it under. So that
Yep,
would be funnier.
you can.
Yeah, directly
That'd
under
be
the motherfucker.
Just
You can shake
knock it
that boy.
Perfect.
So we can shake that boy on the way down. And she's gonna step out, and
It's a perfect icon.
she is just going to.
It really is.
Guiding bolt.
Oh,
10 does not hit.
I was gonna try at a higher level. I don't think that's gonna do anything to the attack, but that's fine.
Okay, so
Whatever. Now it's whatever. It's fine.
perfect.
And it's floating. She doesn't even care. She's standing outside now.
This is true. Vicer, you're up, and I believe
Wants
it's
to
at
see it
the,
go.
it's at the
How is it
end of
looking?
your. It is looking pretty damn fucking toasted. It is looking really pretty rough. One of its heads is starting to lull out of like you see it like its second head is blacking out as it keeps coming back to consciousness. Every time though, it is just screaming and swirling around in hooks as it's trying to get anything.
I am been saving my reaction for an attack of opportunity. If that affects your decision at all.
All right, so let's see.
All right, I'm gonna let it drop.
So you're not going to use your action
Onto
to
the
maintain
sword.
it. Okay, fuck yeah. Okay, and that sword is a trident for the record, which makes it even funnier. Attack of opportunity as it drops out of your realm of combat.
I don't suppose that's an advantage?
No, nobody's giving you advantage, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh, because it's not restrained anymore?
There's nobody flanking because of the height.
Doesn't matter!
Oh yeah, that'll fucking hit. Plus 4.
God damn it!
Sorry, it's like one of
Wait,
its
I'm
best
gonna use
saving throws.
bend luck
Yes!
to give a
Roll-
-4 to that.
Roll. Oh, you have to roll a d4.
You gotta roll 4.
Roll that d4. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it. Oh,
Oh!
Fuck.
it just
Wait.
meets DC 15.
I can
Wait,
do a
use
luck
the-
point
Yeah.
to
Impose-
make him roll his roll.
Okay.
Yes!
All right.
Poison boy.
So you
Best
get,
feat ever!
and you get 5 poison damage out of it.
And
I took lucky too. I had 3 luck points,
I
which
did
I
the
forgot
diagonals
about.
on purpose.
And you have
My own
no
brain to know where it
advantage.
was.
No sneak attack.
no sneak attack, no.
All right, so 12 points of damage. As this time you stab it, you see the jewel on the blade as you stab it in flare green, and you see the slow drip of poison that's been sliding down the blade suddenly rush forward and into it, and you hear it as you see the poison seep into the wound and this just spreading through the veins where you stabbed into it.
Fuck yes. That's all I need. That was my main goal.
All
I
right,
did a whole
perfect. So,
7
It's
fucking
gonna be
points.
invisible, so.
perfect. And then,
Then it lands on the
it
trident.
lands on the trident. Roll just straight up damage for the spiritual weapon because it didn't have to try to hit because it landed on it.
And fall damage.
Oh yeah, I'll get to the fall damage in a second.
I really want this thing to die. It hasn't been beating the shit out of me, but it's been close enough that my friends have been beating the shit out of me.
That'll hit. Roll the damage. What the
Because you
fuck?
flew right into the way.
I know.
What level did you cast spiritual weapon at? Was it at 4?
Baby, you're muted.
Yeah, I cast that bitch at level 4.
Perfect. Roll the damage. So, oof, 13. One of the 13 points of damage. And it fell 20 feet before being impaled on that giant ass thing. So 2d6.
It's a 10-foot long spear.
Yeah, it's like an
Spear,
8 foot long,
spear.
and it's floating off the ground where somebody would normally be holding it. So about 10 feet. So another
Nice.
8 points of damage. It is looking just devastated.
Is it prone?
It is actually not prone. It is being held aloft by the spiritual weapon as it sinks through it. The spiritual weapon keeps it from falling prone, but is also now, since it's stabbing through it, has it grappled, I guess, would be the term for it. It's grappled from
Blood
being
scale does
impaled.
not get advantage.
Grappled, I think. I'm not sure. Let me take a look.
Not bad. Reckless Great Weapon Master.
Fuck it, roll it.
Still my turn.
Oh, it's still here too.
It's my reaction.
Oh, Sko. That's awesome.
Wait, what?
Is that an opportunity attack since he moved
Yes.
into his fucking?
No, no, it's on. Hold on.
Fucking elevator of
Hold on.
pain.
No, he's right. No,
It's
it
only
doesn't.
when he
It
leaves
moves
the
into
sphere of
mine.
attack. So moving into it is
yeah.
not one. So
Oh, you didn't
Would
ready
have
an
been good
attack.
too. That would have hit.
yeah, if you would have readied an attack, you could have used it. But
No, I hit him before.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so then that'll bring us to this.
Nope.
It's still my
it's
turn.
Sorry, TJ's
Sarah's
turn.
I haven't technically done anything yet.
It's true.
Yeah, you just didn't
just been
use your
beating it on the
action
way
to fucking
down.
hold it, which is crazy.
All I did was decide. Nah.
Aren't you glad somebody helps you level up?
Definitely. Realizing I'm gonna need to take a high level attack power here for my next level.
All right.
A lot of my stuff is very. I'm just gonna hit it with a nice scorching.
Scorching Ray. What's the roll the attack on it, or is it a
Jeez.
saving throw?
I don't know if it might be programmed in here wrong.
Okay, let me pull it up here. Scorching Ray, Scorching Ray. Everybody loves a Scorching Ray does.
You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. You can hurl them at one target or several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. On hit, target takes 2d6 damage.
Perfect. So roll 3d20s.
I'm actually
plus
gonna
7.
cast that at a higher level. I'm gonna cast that at the 4th level.
Perfect. So that's
Not-
how many rounds?
Let's see. Above 3rd level Hercules, so 2 more rays, so 5 overall.
Perfect. Roll 5
and
d20s plus 7 for your attack.
Give me one Second. 7. So, 1,
Misses.
2,
Misses.
Fuck.
3,
Hits.
4,
Misses.
5.
Hits. So 2 hit. Roll the damage for them. So they are 2d6. So roll
6.
2. So 46 altogether.
I think there you can just hit Scorching Ray twice.
Yeah, that's true. That's enough. How do you want to do this?
Nice.
Seeing its land on the trident,
Oh
all
God,
of a
it's a
sudden,
schmore.
Sarah throws his hands up in an arc. 5 brilliant beams of light fly. Bam! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The majority miss, but one hits it square in the chest, the other right in the throat, and this creature makes an awful noise as it slowly slides down. The spiritual weapon dissipates,
Perfect.
letting it fall the final 5 feet, hitting the ground with a heavy thud.
And as you guys watch Viser release the bolts into the air, you notice one of its heads already dead and useless at its side. The 3 of them hit around, bursting the dust into the air, causing a small cloud as the other 2 hit into the chest and into the throat. You see its eyes light up, and as it yells out one more time in anger as the flames overtake it, and it slides slowly down the radiant pike that it is stuck on, and dies. And with that, light is, you notice that the sun is fully up, and the day is starting. And that's where we're going to take a small break.
Sty's probably gotta go pee.
I gotta pee so bad, but we'll be right back.
We've got time for a fucking s'more.
All right, and we're back.
While we're talking about that, I discussed that. Hey guys, next time let's try to use ranged weapons first and then jump in, because I
Well,
like.
I was
I originally
really
did.
trying-
I'm going to bed.
I was really trying
Alright,
to
go
poison
back.
him, and I can't without throwing this, and I don't want to go get it. Because my bow,
Well-
I should probably get some poison from. I don't have a way to throw. Like I throw my dagger, and that's it. And he didn't get
Talk
poison.
to me in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to go back to bed.
And, as you
Did
guys,
you guys
Hey.
see that? I
Let's
lifted
go
that
to
guy up in the
shambles.
air. I didn't know I could do that.
That was
awesome.
amazing. And then I point to my shoulder blade, and I'm like, "You see that puncture wound? I'm going to sleep
and then with that, you guys see Faf.
after I search the bodies."
You see Faf
I do think-
lazily float out, kind of just kind of drifting on the little wind. He kind of looks around like,
Oh, that was the wrong one. That's supposed to be blood scale.
"Let's go."
Do you think before we all go back to sleep, we should move the tents on the other side of the gate so this doesn't
Alright,
happen again
We're
while we
fine,
try and sleep?
I think.
Anybody else lose audio?
No, I'm still good.
All right, perfect. It's back.
I'm good. Erupting Earth. Give me a second here.
Ooh, wait. I have an idea.
I use. Oh, where is it? Erupting Earth.
Okay.
Hey. Oh.
To create difficult terrain at the entrances.
Would
Okay.
Uza know Mesnos enough to suggest his hallucinatory terrain?
I have an idea, guys. Smart boy. I have an idea.
What?
It might work.
What's going on?
I'm getting
Maybe
out of the
this.
way. He's gonna drop a fortress.
Everybody pick up your tents.
I'm gonna move over here.
Just pick up your tents. Everybody pick up your
I'll
tents.
pick up my tent.
I'm gonna go ahead and fly up yonder.
Oh yeah, I searched the bodies. Did I see anything?
Roll an investigation check.
God damn it! I have a +6, you fucker.
Boy, you sure do.
Do you want?
Ah!
Would 4 points help you at all?
Doubt it. I get advantage because it's dead.
I'm going back to sleep. Can my luck point count to make that a 17?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you look through them, and they are just kind of these weird, sad sacks of flesh that seem to be corrupted. They seem like they used to be something else, but now they are just.
So I do sense they're corrupted, and there was pretty much nothing we could do.
Yes, yeah. These seem to be far beyond the point of no return.
Oh, you want to know something funny?
Hmm.
I did not know my character had cunning action from his rogue class. I can dash, disengage, and hide on my turn as a bonus action.
Once per day.
How is
Alright,
that?
I love
Because
you
you're
all.
not a
Can you
full
get
rogue.
the tents and get the fuck out of the way?
I picked my tent up already.
And
I
your,
get out of the way.
your tent rolls up nice and neatly into your pack. Perfect. And what would you like to do?
Everybody up against the gate, please.
Oh, perfect. You're
The goose is gonna hang out on top of this cliff face.
It's 20 feet to the side. Alright, he just pulls out the cube, whispers the thing, hucks it in front of him. It's 20 by 20, so I was thinking more about like centered right about here. Yep.
And with that, he throws this small figurine, and you guys, I think everybody's seen this. So you guys see this fortress kind of like, it looks at first like a small figurine that grows into a size of a brick, and that brick seems to land and then fold out and fold out and fold out and fold out, and exponentially until it reaches the size of this collapsible tower that you guys recognize as the fortress.
Cool. I head into the fortress.
Perfect.
Yep, even if they come out, they can't really damage this thing and they can't get in without me wanting them in, so everybody go to bed. fuck this, I'm done. I just
I
run
like
in,
it. I like your
shove
style.
ass out.
Same.
Perfect. And as each of you goes to find your rest, sleeping as well.
Yeah, on the way in, I wanted to see if I could check on Faf and see how he was doing.
Okay, as you check on Faf, as you walk in, you kind of reach your hand out, and he's still super groggy. He like blinks a few times at you, and he gives a little yawn, and he kind of like, as you reach out your hand, he kind of nuzzles his head into your hand and kind of gives you like a nice little nod. He says something in Draconic you don't understand,
Just kind of
and
give him a thumbs up.
he kind of nods and then floats. It's funny because he flies and he has like these kind of gossamer butterfly wings, but the flapping does not correlate with his flying. He just kind of like lists lazily through the air as he makes his way back in.
Flapping is for show.
Pretty much for him.
Then yeah, I'll go to sleep.
And Vicer, you see this as he as Faf shows Uza some affection after being saved and everything, and he makes his way over to you and kind of nuzzles in to the back of your now luxurious red hair, and he kind of like gets ready to go back to sleep as he disappears from sight.
Well, all right then.
And then Draconic, you hear. I like that one.
Yeah, he's not bad. He can be, but he's not.
True, but isn't that all of us? Especially me. Whoa. What'd I miss?
Undead monsters. Well, I don't know if they were undead, but definitely some sort of monstrosities, some sort of malformed, horrible monsters. One was crying black tears. One had big, like, 4 arms and was trying to give out a hug. The other one was just a mean. So.
Sounds awful. Glad I missed it. And he kind of like nuzzles in further. You feel like the kind of warmth as he maintains a little.
Well,
bit
yeah, I
warm.
thought. Whereas you've been mostly dead, almost dead the past 2 days, it was bad time to wake you up.
I appreciate it. And you hear the ever so slightly, just this small kind of like, and then you feel his
Don't
head.
you start.
You feel his head shake, and then all of a sudden everything around you goes quiet. As you're in the now familiar sphere of silence.
Cool.
Perfect.
So you're 5 again. Okay, we all sleepy. We all sleep and wake up.
Yep. Okay. So, all of you, you start to find some nice sleep as you settle in, and let's see. Blood scale. You're okay. You're good. Let me take a look here. Sorry, mental checklist. Uza, make a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom check. It's a saving throw. Are you not?
Entertained.
It's not. There it is. Being weird. Sweet.
Perfect. All right. As you start to find the comfort of sleep, you feel a slight magical effect pulling at your mind. It doesn't feel hostile. Do you let it happen, or do you resist?
Does it feel like the dreams?
It's familiar, but it is hard to tell. Make a perception check. It is definitely familiar. It's on the edge of your brain.
I'm gonna let it happen.
You're gonna let it happen?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And as you feel this happening, you feel sleep take you, even though the anxiety of what could happen takes over you, and then you suddenly find yourself floating. The sounds of the forest now gone, the sounds of everything, and you're just kind of in this light void of darkness. You see around you there are blackness and stars and things sputtering into and out of existence with almost chaos. This wind and the sound pushing everything everywhere, but seeming to hold you in a singular place. And then in the distance you see a figure flying towards you. And as it flies towards you, you hear the distant sound of thunder, but it's like an echo of an echo of an echo, just a And in this place of madness where things are popping into and out of existence, some of them correlating with your thoughts. As you hear the thunder, you think thunder, and then lightning in the distance. And as you panic a little bit, you think of your weapon, and all of a sudden it's in your hands. Then you relax, and it's gone. And as the figure comes closer and closer, you recognize your brother. And he's flying. You see he is exhausted.
I reach out to try and to grab him.
And you touch solid.
I hold him. I try to keep him aloft.
Perfect. And as you hold him there, you see his wings kind of slouch as you hold his weight. It's not as heavy as it should be in this place, but here you're not sure if weight means anything more than purpose. And as you're holding him, you feel the wind pull him up, and you see him kind of lean back and open his wings, and as the draft now holds him in place with no effort from him. Brother, I've come a long way.
Where, Squall? Where are we?
We are in the elemental plane of air. I've asked Akari to give me the time to tell you. We are all being summoned to help all of the Aarakocra, but she needs emissaries on that side. And unfortunately, I am stuck between worlds, striving between the two because of how I was summoned. Since you are somehow bound to that plane more than I ever was, you have to spread the word. Akadi is coming to help. You must tell them. You must tell all Aarakocra. There are those being summoned by those who are not of our side. Akadi is with us, but there are others against us.
From the village?
Anyone that you can find. Guard your mind against anything that is not Akadi. You can take my word for it, can't you?
Of course, but what happened? What happened that day? I haven't seen you since
that day.
Storm.
I was not killed, but I was summoned to Akadi. She is a god of air and freedom, and is under attack in her own realm and needed servants. There are enough of us to defend for now, and she needs more allies than the Aarakocra can. It's so weird saying Aarakocra. And he kind of like gives you this weird like panicked smile. I don't have a lot of time, but tell them Akadi needs their help, and trust none of the purple.
Trust none. How do we get to you? How can we get to the air elemental plane?
You must find a way to... And then you wake up.
God damn it.
And as you wake in the total empty silence, you just hear the slightest little bit of stirring outside. As your hearing almost fades back into you.
Does it sound like something's outside the tower?
Make a perception check. So as you're listening, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. You hear, the birds that you've been kind of listening to for the last few days. You've even learned to imitate some at this point. You hear the regular sound of crickets and toads. You do hear the occasional stirring of something larger, but it seems farther away. You hear the kind of regular sounds of a forest. You get the idea just by listening and kind of looking at the light. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. You've slept for 6 hours, but to you it seemed like 2 minutes.
Have I benefited from a long rest?
You have benefited from a long rest at this point.
Is everyone else still asleep?
Everyone else is still asleep at this point.
All right, I'm going to try and... I'm going to go sit on top of the tower, try and make it out without waking anyone up, and just keep an eye out.
Easy enough. You fly out the window. You pull your goggles down against the kind of like the bright morning light as you fly up there, and as you kind of sit kind of perched, kind of looking out every way. The coolness of the morning air feels rather nice and refreshing after not being able to rest for... You got rest and you slept and your body feels rested, but your mind for the last few nights has been plagued. And as you sit there in the calm stillness, you actually end up finding just a little bit of comfort in that stillness. You sit there for about an hour before you hear some stirring. As the rest of you come to conscious. Yes.
I'll let them wake up on their own. I'm just gonna.
Perfect. The rest of you, you find sleep without any real trouble. Vicer, you have you're the last to wake up with that sphere of silence around you, and everybody else, you just come to consciousness. You notice a lot of you have strangely blank dreams after that. Just the comfort of sleep and rest.
So, feeling rather relieved, I go out and get breakfast
Perfect.
and start prepping it for everyone else.
And the rest of you start to hear the sound of the fire as Zephyr heads down, and you start the fire in the place. You get you put the coffee pot on to boil. It's weird to have to make your things again, but slightly comforting, almost like when you go camping after a long time. You'd gotten used a little bit to the butler, but this does feel kind of nice to be able to prep your own meal. You've gone through, there's some salted rations. Nothing really particular to breakfast, but there are some, like salted, kind of like some salted pork, some like elk jerky and things that are in the supplies of this fortress.
Cool. And as I start seeing people come down, oh, good morning.
What time? What time is it?
It's 10 o'clock, I think.
I say good morning to Uza as I see him come in.
Morning. Can I talk to everybody after breakfast? I know everybody's kind of likes bacon and coffee to start the day.
Yeah, of course. I
Sucked.
start handing out plates to everybody, and I'm like, well, we need to talk. Do we want to go further in the mines and check things out, or do we just want to get into
Or just get into what?
the town?
Well, don't we have to kill or do something about this before they let us into town? That's the whole reason we're here, right?
Well, we already killed the Bahir.
Was that all they wanted?
Yeah.
I think they needed us to clear out the mine. If those things came out, there's probably more of them inside.
Yeah, true. So
Anyone else see the sun just like completely fuck them up?
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
nice. I like that.
Well, I do have a spell of daylight, but I'm not sure that would have the same effect of actual daylight on them. If we were to see more.
At least we see in the mine.
And you see
So,
at this
what
point.
do you guys
Sorry, go ahead.
think? Do you think there's some sort of like warlock down there or something?
I think that we may. But strike that as odd that we saw the black tears again. That might be Phobator.
Oh, Phobator, you bastard.
At this point, you see Mesnos kind of making his way down the stairs. He's like, he's already got his a cup out, and you notice he has a flask, and you see the flask in one hand, and he's staring at the cup, and he's staring at the flask in the other, as he's slowly walking forward, and as he reaches the room, he kind of looks up. Oh, well, I'm glad we're all here.
Is Unawatale here as well?
Unawatale is still sleeping at this point.
I come forward to Mesnos and I gently take the flask and hand him an orange juice instead.
Oh,
I say, you promised.
yes, I did. Is coffee okay?
Coffee's perfect. I got another cup for you. Hang on.
Excellent. And then,
Like the opposite of booze.
he gets the coffee and he starts stirring it with his finger, and he looks over to you, Vice, and he's like, "Would you mind a little bit of sweetness and for the coffee?"
What?
With
Give
your,
him sugar.
I know, I'm just kidding. I tap his cup.
and as you tap it,
know.
the rest of you see like it almost like as it swirls up from the bottom, like as if milk has been added in reverse. And it kind of like swirls up and changes colors and stirs itself as he takes a sip. Absolutely perfect.
Hey guys, since we're all here, I really wanted to talk to you guys.
All right, shoot.
So, I know last time we talked about one of my dreams. Everybody was kind of like, "Oh, it's normal and it's fine. This is totally normal. Weird shit happens to all of us." Thing. I think I had more. Ow. That was weird.
I apologize.
I think I had a little bit more than a dream last night. I think I was summoned to a different plane of existence.
Okay.
Um,
What plane?
the air elemental plane. So while I was there, really difficult to make sense of things. It was open and vast and dark. My brother was there again, and as I say this, I pull out Skra'al's arrow, and you guys see an arrow similar to the one that I had made for Alden in Vernder, a story arrow, but this one's not finished. If you look closely at it, you can see what looks like two Kenku running around, playing, stealing things, and then they get wings, and then it just stops. Almost towards the end of the shaft, so like there's a chunk of something missing. I've been working on my brother's arrow since I left the village. Since he died.
Well, you just said you saw him in the dream.
That's the weird thing. I saw him die. He struck by lightning and he fell. And I left him. I ran away and I hid. I hid like a Kenku in some dark cave. That's the real reason I left my village. I couldn't go back. I couldn't let them know what I let happen to him. But even though I abandoned him, he has come back for me twice. Both times with a warning. He told me that a god named Akkadi is fighting on the air elemental plane for the Aarakocra, and that there's some evilness coming after her and the other Aarakocra, and she needs emissaries on this plane. She needs our help, and all of the Aarakocra need our help, and any other Aarakocra that we can find. And he told me not to trust the purple. Now,
Sounds a lot like the purple that we already know.
Yeah, you guys have described some of your dreams, and you mentioned purple. I had a dream about a purple Aarakocra. We're fighting a god of nightmares. This has to be connected. We have to guard our minds. Please.
Okay.
My brother would not come back from the dead for nothing.
And as you look at the arrow one more time, turning it over in your hands, as you rotate it, you see there's a symbol of a cloud on a flag.
Cloud on a flag. I don't think I drew this.
You notice, looking at it in further detail, you notice it has kind of lines coming away from it as if it was etched by electricity.
When I was struck by the lightning, he spoke to me through it. We have to find. Do any of you recognize this? And I show the group.
Take a look. It's a druid. Hopefully, I know some shit.
Take a look.
Make a history check, both of you.
I know nothing.
I know nothing. Wow. Okay, Vicer.
Hey.
Vicer, all of a sudden, you know that there's some innate knowledge that has been gifted to you. That is where you draw your magic from. And then, as you're looking at it, this kind of flash to the times that you've used the lightning bolt spell. You realize you always felt something like behind the spell, a type of energy. To you, it didn't have any meaning more than just the way that spell felt. But looking at this symbol, you realize that, like, almost subconsciously, every time you use lightning, you're pulling something from this place. And part of it, and you're like, oh, and you come with like kind of like that realization. Oh, that's the sign of Akkadi, god of air, god of freedom, and oh, it's Akkadi, duh. And it's almost like something you've always known and forgotten, but you've never known before.
Oh, do you mean the sign of Akkadi there? On that's the sign of Akkadi. That right there. Did you not know that? Did I know that? No, no.
You did know that. I didn't even know Akkadi was a thing until my brother told me about it. But that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it does.
So perhaps what you can start doing while we're still on our start writing to your people, sending out missives and let them know.
I don't know. I don't really know where any of us are. I just know
You know where your home tribe is, and they can spread the word further.
I haven't gone back there since.
Look, I know that you've probably heard this before, but like, you didn't do anything to your brother, and your brother's probably happier that you're alive than if you tried to. You can't save someone from a thunderstorm, you know. Like, you didn't do anything wrong, and your brother's probably happy that you're safe.
But
I
did this armor, and I lift up the leather. This was his. He gave
and
it
he
to
probably
me that night.
So he wanted you to have it. What's the problem?
If he was wearing it instead of me, he would still be alive.
You don't know that, and do you think that he would want anything different? To be honest,
Think of the ripples that you've made, Uza. You have already saved this entire party at least once. We wouldn't be here to fight Phobator if it weren't for you.
I probably would have died yesterday, or last night, or this morning, or whatever.
The actions you make have rippled effects. You can never tell how far the reach goes, but you were here for a purpose, as your brother is, and evidently he's with the goddess right now. And the best you can do is deliver the help that he needs.
but yeah, what I'm saying is, you definitely got to, go back to your village. You got to talk to him. You got to bring him in. And honestly, if anyone tries to judge you for any of this, that's their damage and not yours. Just so you know.
Will you guys come with me?
I mean, what else are we gonna do? Of course.
Where exactly are your people?
Oh, I happen to have a handy map, and I bust out the map showing exactly where we've been, leading all the way back to Vernder, and then I believe northeast.
Yep.
Through the desert to my mountain tribe.
So you guys see this insanely detailed map. You see it starts off northeast, and it has a mountain range. The mountain range is a huge curve that goes around, and you see it kind of it's been traced out to the point where it doesn't have a definitive end on the mountain range, but it starts and you see right now you see he's drawn in the mine where you guys currently are at, and you see the roads leading back to Khirn and Vernder, and it has the all of the locations you've been to ever since you've met Uza, all marked out in amazing detail. It looks all very much to scale, all very properly done, and it only takes up a very small amount of the full paper that has been pulled out here. To the northeast, you see this location. It's got these large domed buildings, and you see the name. You see the Great Eyrie, Eyrie, and then the name Khiaif, Khiaif, written, and then you see that's where the oldest ink is.
Is it where any of our other people that we have to go to is? Is it near
unfortunately, this is the first time you've either seen or heard of Ka'if.
So it's very out of the way.
It is very out of the way.
We're still going eventually.
We can go eventually, but I think we have to stick to the quest at hand, but start with letters. And when we can, we will go there.
I have an idea I've had like 5 times in the past few days.
What?
Vicer! Bottle me!
Oh, yep. Throw him the bottle.
Somebody
You know, if
hand
you
me
want,
paper.
you can just hold the bottle. I don't mind. I rarely remember to use that goddamn thing. So if you want to hold on to it, that's fine with me.
Honestly, I don't remember unless a thing's happening.
Ah,
Anybody
same.
really good at hearing little popping noises?
Apparently no. I'm not.
I do.
You want to hold the bottle?
Is it shiny? Then yeah.
Glass.
Yeah.
Does it have a note in it right now?
It does.
Ooh. I just pop the fucking note out.
All right, as you pop the note out, the note is from Alcaeus. You can read it in his hand, and it just says, "Have you noticed any changing of your scales or any other kind of effects like that? I don't know exactly what's causing it, but
God, he sounds like Krenzel.
he does sound like Krenzel. Oh, Krenzel was a little bit down now. So yeah, it's not fair.
Like when
It's
you
been
realize
so
the
long
Family
ago.
Guy dad and the doctor have the same voice.
I think we sound perfectly different. Now, hold on.
No,
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it was like pretty chill Scottish.
So Alcaeus was more up here then. So Alcaeus, it says, have you noticed any other side effects? Any changing of scale color or anything like that? As far as I know, it seems to be tied to the blood somehow, but your blood shouldn't be able to channel any other than your own ice.
Hey guys,
What's up?
do I look weird? Like different again? I know the eye changed color again. Anything else?
So I take a second to take a look all over him.
You look the same
Ah,
to me,
fucking
but
tickles! What are you doing?
Everybody roll
I won't
investigation
look. I
checks.
won't look. You look fine. You look normal to me. I don't know.
Let's see here.
What do I see?
Alright, so I'm waiting for everybody. There we go. Okay, so Zephyr and Uza, as you guys look, you see that on his shoulder there is a single blue scale
You have a blue scale on
and
your
a
shoulder.
single purple scale.
And a
Uh-oh.
purple scale.
Where?
I-
That's bad.
Does any? Hold on. Do any of the silver ones look slightly different by any chance?
Zephyr only notices that there is one of the scales right next to the blue one is a little shinier than the others.
One of them is actually a little shinier than the other ones.
Okay, can somebody hand me paper?
Give him a
Hey.
piece of my paper.
Will.
Perfect.
I have a quill.
Oh, hey, Uza.
Yeah.
I literally take the pickaxe off of the fucking belt of returning. I just whip the fucking belt off. You know, like you do after a long day of work. And then I try to hook the fucking pickaxe onto something or another. I don't know if it will fit or not.
Okay, and so
Can I
without
tie
a
him something with a piece of rope?
without a belt, you actually have there's about 4 belt loops on your entire belt, and you kind of like shove it into one. It's not super comfortable, but it works for now.
Okay, we're gonna have to give me like a regular ass belt.
I-
Hey, Uza, have this.
Oh, thank you. Here, have this, and I hand him a piece of rope. It works as a belt.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Is you
quickly do
tie
that.
your rope belt, and your axe fits perfectly fine. Uza,
Hey, I was
Go
gonna explain.
oh, do it.
Remember, like when I said, "Ask me when I wake up."
Yeah.
You were talking about you can't throw stuff.
Yeah, I
Does it
throw
come
stuff,
back?
and then I'd have to go get it. I don't want to
Yeah,
lose things.
if you hook it on this belt first, and after I think you have to attune to it. I'm not sure.
You do.
Damn it.
But yeah, hook it on this belt, and then you can fucking huck it, and it'll just show back up on the belt like real fast.
That's pretty awesome.
The belt of
Yeah.
returning and magical items is now yours.
Belt of returning.
Congratulations.
It does require 2
Alright, you're not
Oh, I have one more thing. Well, before I write this stupid shit.
Yep.
Uza,
Yes.
And I take out that little chunk of like dwarf drawn map
Okay.
that I got in the bar. Like, so this should actually kind of correlate to an area we've kind of been to or near by that last village, I think.
Okay.
And,
Does it correlate to my map at all?
so you seeing it is actually marked over the mountains and a little bit to the even farther northern and just a tiny bit, or sorry, farther east and just a tiny bit north of where you're at now. You can kind of see to the scale. It's a little rough, but you see there is a like kind of this big X, and it has this mansion kind of drawn there, and you get the let's see, I forget what the words were. One second, let me pull it up. And then as you see, Bloodscale tells you that this is it just says Kol Ramov, and then Gilded Cleaver.
Kol Ramov?
Yep, KOLRAMOV, and then head of Gilded Cleaver.
Okay.
So not now, but eventually we're gonna have to go kill this son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, we can go kill him now. It's
No.
northeast,
No,
it's-
We are nowhere near ready for that. Nowhere near. Whoa. Not even close.
I don't know. I mean, I got this cool new belt.
And he has a deck of cards that can literally bend the reality of time and space.
I have never wanted something more.
Yeah, no. Once we kill him, I'm making sure nobody. I'm sorry. It's
Well, you know, I do have the deck of many illusions, so if you ever want to look at that, you can. It's pretty fun.
It's pretty badass.
That's, I mean, because can it bend reality? Could it bend us onto the air elemental plane?
No, it couldn't do that, but it can cast some really believable illusions.
What about?
Like,
what about?
I get your enthusiasm, but
Cole's
this
deck.
this does not good things.
He's talking about the deck of many things.
Can that?
You actually know what that is?
Yeah, it's extremely dangerous, and you can completely void your own existence if
Yeah,
you draw
that.
the wrong card.
I
You know
will
what
never
fucking
use
moon
this.
means?
No.
Do I know what the moon means?
Roll a history check.
Oh,
All right. Only because this is a severe magical item that was pursued by your captors at one point. You do know that the Talk of the Moon card was the moon granted wishes.
The moon card, Menelephus, he wanted to acquire this deck. It's that one in particular.
The moon card, like wishes, like any wish,
I don't
Pretty
know.
much
All I know is it
anything you
fucked.
could want.
like wish us to the air elemental plane, wish my brother back, wish victory.
It doesn't
for
work like that.
Akagi.
Now, as a tiefling, I know any wish you make can be distorted if worded incorrectly. You could wish to go to the elemental plane, and it could put you directly in the middle of a battle or a place you would not survive long.
Again, all I know is that thing fucked me, like real hard. You remember that last guy that I killed?
Yes.
10 times worse. Trust me, we have to kill that dick eventually.
I'm so sorry that he used that against you. I can't even imagine.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'd like kill me or anything, but I don't know.
The effects could
Cat
be
was
far
dead.
more
Everybody
lonely.
was gone. I got terribly ambushed and sold into slavery. So I mean, that's probably bad, right?
But you're here now.
I'd say that's on the side of bad overall, if I had to guess. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I
But
don't
yeah,
even
we
have to
we have
guess.
to kill this guy eventually. That's
Yeah.
all I know. I don't gotta worry about it right now.
For now, let's inform your people via letter.
Oh, right.
Are there any
you-
Aarakocra on the other end of this bottle?
Maybe. I don't know how many stayed at the school. We sent a few, didn't we?
That's
Um,
true. I think we.
To your knowledge, Shanoth Jr. at least is still there.
Oh yeah, shut
Ah.
up, Junior.
Was it Shanoth Jr.?
Shanoth Jr. was training to become a monk.
I thought Shanoth
that's
was
right.
the was.
What about
was,
Leonardo?
It
Oh, I thought Shanoth was the fucking guy I made to deal with.
No. Holy shit. No, that's Chenoth.
Oh,
That's
okay. No,
fucking
that's
funny.
fine.
You know-
Fucking fantasy names
Holy
over
shit.
here.
I know, right?
Jesus.
That's why I'm confused. Okay, yeah.
Wheel of Time. Egwene
so there's
and
at least-
Elaine. Fuck
There's at least
you.
one there.
Seriously though,
What's his name?
Shanoth
But I don't
Jr.
know what his name that he wanted is. I can tell you what the name that we
The
have.
name we gave him.
Because it was before the whole awakening thing.
He was the only person. He was the only one of them who wanted his name, so he stayed with Shanoth Jr.
I don't
That's
know
right.
what Leonardo named himself.
So I will.
What was mine named?
I'm going to write out in
Something insulting.
slow,
Was not.
painstaking detail all the information that was passed on to me by my brother, and I'm going to do it in Auran.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. Does anyone have any sealing wax?
I have some beeswax.
Will that work to
Well-
seal a letter?
Yes, you know it
Yes.
will. You just
Okay.
heat it
Well,
up.
we're gonna have to roll it up to fit in the bottle, anyways.
Oh, will I be able to put it in the bottle with a seal?
One way to find out.
Okay. Well, I write it all out. I take my time. I make sure that I cover the details. I mention that the Aarakocra that have died may not truly be dead, but summoned to the air elemental plane. That Akadi is summoning the help of all Aarakocra and any other emissaries she can over here. I'm going to draw the symbol of Akadi, the flag, and I'm even going to include the little lightning scorch marks if I can. And then again, it's all in Auran. I'm going to sign it with my Aarakocra name, seal it, and try to stick it in the bottle with his name on the outside of the letter.
Perfect. And with this sealing wax, is there any like sort of symbol or something you like to put on the outside?
A wing.
Perfect. And go ahead and make, just for my my sake, make a calligraphy check.
Oh, you mean a cartographer?
Cartography, yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, all of the symbols and everything in this are exactly the way you remember them. And when making the flag, you get exactly the details. And then adding the wing, you bring your quill down. And you're like, and then you put your quill away and use your talents to carve this wing into the wax. And then it's looking good. You pop it into the bottle. You put the cork, and then you turn the cork like they showed you to line up the runes, and then it's gone.
Okay. I guess.
That's
Okay.
Now, and any Aarakocra you run into along the way.
And while that's happening, I'm writing my letter kind of slowly.
So very carefully, taking your time.
No.
Okay.
No, as fast as you can.
One, I'm writing it in Draconic,
Perfect.
which is a bit better than Common.
You are much faster writing in Draconic since that was the first
It's like
thing you.
it's like the
learned.
difference between like a freshman in high school or somebody starting middle school.
Exactly.
Freshman in high school is the Draconic. The starting middle school is Common.
Perfect. All right, and then you should in your you should have a handout for it's called, I just labeled it the spectrum, not knowing what else to call it, for the names that you've acquired so far.
Did I get the one with the asterisks at the end, or the ones I'm sure of?
Yeah, those the ones with the asterisks are the ones that
Had.
the ones that you've gotten the full name from.
Chad.
Double chat over here. And
I gear up
What does your note
So
say?
start getting ready.
I was actually typing it and I was gonna send it to you.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Perfect. And
What's
so,
going on? I start readying for the trip into the mines.
Perfect. And is there anything in particular you guys want to prepare for your next day? So I know.
I'm gonna attune to the belt of returning and unattune from my.
I know, right? That's right. You guys are getting to the level where you have to unattune from things.
Shit.
The eyes of the eagle.
Probably.
All right.
Hold on. Let me.
How many things can we have attuned at once?
3.
Okay, so I got the Ring of the Ram attuned. Shit. The Staff of the Woodlands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually, between this game and next game, if you guys want to take a look and make sure go through kind of the magical items and see which ones you guys have attuned and unattuned, it'd be a good time for everybody to, since we're all kind of getting a better grasp of the game, to go through and take a look and see what you do and do not have attuned and what you want to have attuned and not have attuned and everything like that, and kind of get an idea of what we're looking at.
I only got 3 things now, anyways. Fuck.
There you go.
No, it's easy. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, barbarian. All right, so with that though, we're gonna go ahead. It's 9:39. We're gonna go ahead and end the session for tonight. Good session, y'all.
Noise.
Crazy fucking fight.
Goodbye.
That one was.
Who's got the boots of speed?
I was just looking at those.
Boots of speed.
Who's wearing those?
Well, technically, Riftwind ran away with them.
Ah!
Yep,
fucker.
And the bracers of
Infinite ammo.
infinite ammo.
Yeah.
Let's see, where's the fuck? There we go.
Wait, you have the cantrip. Who has the cantrip coin milled into stone?
I do.
TJ does. Yeah, Vicer does. Oh yeah, the mass.
It's just the
healing
coin
word
though.
is-
It doesn't require a tune.
Mass healing word got used, I believe.
Yeah, it got
Yeah,
used. I
mass
gotta
healing
remove
word definitely got used. It might have gotten used more than once.
that. You had 3 total. You used all 3.
Dust of disappearance.
Okay, I don't need to attune to the deck of illusion.
Nope.
Who's got the dust of sneezing and choking? That would be Uzo, right?
No.
That was just put into the
Dust
bag.
of disappearance?
Put into the bag.
So I have the Sunblade of the Rose Knight,
Mm-hmm.
the Robe of Stars.
Yep.
And
The
is there
staff
one
of-
other thing?
You had the staff of swarming insects.
I never attuned that one though.
Okay. You.
I
it
don't.
was-
Yeah, because
it was
because
given
I was
to you.
like,
But
yeah.
you can attune. Let's see. There's the unclaimed items I know of are the staff of flowers.
I thought that was mine.
No.
Yeah,
you
I'm pretty
have-
sure that's.
No, you
Oh,
have
you-
staff of the woodlands, which had.
No, I thought I had both.
She had both. We gave her
Okay, yeah,
both.
yeah, that's right. You have 2. Well, this as far as okay. So and then so ring of telekinesis is. That's already been taken.
The
I
staff
sigh.
of flowers doesn't do anything except make flowers, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Who has the Ring of Telekinesis?
You?
You do.
I do.
Yeah.
And you
Wait.
have the ring of spell storing and
Mhm.
spell amplification, if I'm correct.
Ring of spell amplification actually. Yeah. No, that was. Yeah, you have both of those.
Shit.
It's okay. You haven't used.
I have
them,
too many
so-
rings.
Yeah. And then there's the ring of jumping. I think Bloodscale has attuned.
Nope.
No. Okay. Resolve the living
I
blade.
have the
was-
ring of free action. I have that ring that I bought that gives me +5 to resist fear, and I have my axe.
Perfect.
So, do you have a ring or a spell word in the spell storing?
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever used it, so it should come with
Yeah.
something loaded in it. It says
does have-
chosen by the DM.
Yeah, it does have.
When
that.
found, it contains 1d6, 1 levels of stored spells chosen by the DM.
It does actually.
While wearing
And,
this ring, you can cast any spell into it.
and,
This spell uses spell slot, spell save DC, spell blah 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 of the original caster, but otherwise it's treated as if you cast the spell.
It has 3 fairy fire in it.
Oh, cool.
What's the Morpheus?
Okay.
What's the Morpheus
I'm a-
edge?
The Morpheus Edge? Yeah, good question. You should ask him about it.
Dibs.
That's a big thing.
Dibs. I'm gonna chuck that.
That's
thing
like
at
the
everything.
plot item.
that nobody's told Uza about.
Yeah.
Who's it never asked?
Uza has asked so many things.
We told you the basics of what we're doing.
Yeah.
God, it's like trying to.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
Honestly, we all forgot about it too.
That's fair.
I have
He's not
the Staff of the Woodlands and the Ring of the Ram attuned, and I don't think I have anything else magic that I need to attune to.
Perfect.
So if somebody's got extra shit that they aren't using,
Who has the Ring of Gestures?
That'd be me.
Yeah.
It's not very useful so far.
Yeah, it's basically you can make a.
I could give you the finger. Doesn't even interact with things.
Yeah, it's
I
basically a,
gonna be childish with it.
it's a mage hand that you can just use to make hands of different sizes and colors and gestures. It was
Nice.
originally he found it in a mine where they were telling it to like send signals down to where they couldn't be heard very well.
Yeah.
who's got
Now-
the Ring of Evasion and free action and jump?
I have free action.
Yep.
I
Who's
just
got
want to ask.
evasion?
I don't. It's probably a Riftwind.
Riftwind.
The
Jumping?
Ring of Spell Amplification doesn't require attunement. Is that correct?
Ring of what?
The Ring
No.
of Spell Amplification does not say that it requires attunement. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, that was what I
Go.
made.
All right.
Ring
So
of
I have the
Jumping
Ring of
is
Spell
free.
Storing and the Ring of Telekinesis, along with my robe and the Sunblade. So I have a ring up. That's it.
So,
I'll take the spell storing because I can use that for my higher level shit.
Well, I was gonna keep the Ring of Spell Storing.
Ah,
So
okay.
there's
So
a-
what,
because, like,
what
I
else
can-
do we got?
I can cast Telekinesis into it if I want to,
Can I?
or I can switch it up.
so-
But I have
Okay.
the Ring of Telekinesis if you want it.
Can
Yeah, I could use that, so I get basically free telekinesis.
Yeah. I mean, you can
I can
cast
only
Telekinesis
target-
spell at will, but you can only target objects that aren't being worn or carried.
So other people.
no, objects that aren't
Oh.
worn or carried. It's not the full telekinesis.
Yo, Ty, your stream's
Ah.
still up. You know that, right?
Yep, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up the
Okay.
stream here, so while we figure out what's going on with all these. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a beautiful
Bye.
day.
Bye bye.